are live now. Well, welcome. Hello. It's Tuesday. It's Legends of Saltmarsh, and we are on MTD. Thank you for joining us presently and in the future if you're going to be watching us on the VODs. I'm Jay, also known as Neophet3, but you don't want to talk to me right now. We want to talk to all these wonderful people that are playing in this game. So we're going to go around and who are you playing and who are you? And we're going to start off with Sin. And we're going to do a little clockwise. Because I had to screw up something. I had to screw something up.
But you got my name right.
That's true.
So, hey, internets. Aesir Sin here. And tonight I am here to play Mist, the Air Genasi monk who is super friendly. And the group learned last time we were here is a bounty hunter. So she's like the world's perkiest bounty hunter. And, you know, that's just fun.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Our wonderful, we're going to start going, since we do, you see there is a space that's missing. Our wonderful person, Justin, is at another event, so he will be coming to join us next time we play. But we wish him well at his event, and we will torture him while he's gone, as much as we can. So, Brandon, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Brandon, aka Asherworks, and apparently I'm playing Lazuli, who tonight is protecting Castrin with everything in his fiber, because no. But Lazuli is a second level ranger, Earth Genasi, and then I don't remember his background. Oh, Haunted One background, but you don't need to worry about that part. It's not going to come up. Don't worry about it. But yeah. So you can find me on the internet as Ashworks, and I'll do the full outro later.
We'll get to it. Thank you so much. Daniel, hey, next. Who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Daniel R. Hadrinex, playing Violet, the giant cat man. Very curious fighter. Yeah. That's what he's got.
Excellent. Crucian, thank you for joining us. Never last or least. Who are you playing?
No. I am playing Muse, your local miser. No, I mean a merchant. She is a tiefling of high standards and high pay rate, who's now frantically walking towards the tree area thing because it might mess up her money.
Yes.
And as for our friend who is now with us today, he's still on her list for that stunt he pulled on the bridge with her and Mist.
Right.
So
Right.
there might be things that happen to him.
Yes. Yes. So
She's not friendly, remember? She's not friendly.
yeah, she's not friendly was the comment that was made on the bridge, which we'll get to.
Maybe I can't protect him from that.
Which we will get to a little bit of a recap in a moment, but we're going to do a little business. I'm Jay, also known as Neophet3. I am your GM for the evening, and we are going to talk about thanking Jake and MTD for allowing us to host on his channel this wonderful game and all these people. But before we start, as Jake's tradition and MTD's tradition, there's a few things of housekeeping we want to make sure that you know. In the chat, I help just came in. And that's because we want to make sure you understand, even if you don't think it, you matter. You matter to someone. And if you have problems, if you have issues, if you have doubts, there is someone out there that can help. Take the time, go out there. We appreciate you. So if you're struggling with something, look for the help. It's out there. It's somewhere. So it's important. Like I said, this gaming community is very positive, and we try to help each other as much as possible. It can also be negative, but we want to focus on the positive. And a tagline I picked up that I think I'm going to be might sum it up. Be kind to each other and don't be a jerk. So we're going to leave it at that. So we're going to play a little Dungeons and Dragons, Legends of Saltmarsh. And the recap of what we're doing is our group took a job to go take a look at a garden. And it turned out there was some fae in the garden because there was some little pixies and some other fae creatures. And as they were leaving, another fae creature decided to come up and make a problem, a little displacer beast, which with impressive rolls, you dispatched it quite easily. And now you took it back to the Saltmarsh village and getting some meat, maybe making a magic cloak out of the thing. There was a comment made on the bridge because you met an eccentric woman, older woman, probably a druid, very eccentric, very just interesting. And introductions were maybe mislabeled with the party, and some tension was made, corrected, of course. And where we pick up is then you went to the council to share what you found at this particular location, knowing that the founders were related and two of the founders' siblings were on the council. But you decided to share some information and not all the information. Fine, because you wanted to keep it quiet. And you got paid. But the comment that was left is you took two jobs. You took the garden job and the tree job because they were linked. But you didn't check the tree out. And they're going to go check the tree out just to make sure. Which now set into motion, I want to get paid. I don't want to get deducted. So the group is frantically going to run back to the farm to make sure that the tree is no issues so that you get paid for what you did and no issues. With that, Castrin is tired and realizing that he needs to take he's out of spells and he needs to recoup and take a moment. So he's going back to the inn to relax. And what Justin doesn't know, actually, we talked about, we're gonna have a little encounter when he's there, which might show up on the VLODs later on. So he'll have a little bit of experience off camera. But so we're gonna pick up as you are just coming out of the council and you just realize you're standing there like, okay, we got to go check out this tree. And that's where we're going to pick it up. If anyone would like to begin with anything, go right ahead.
I'm assuming that that Muse is leading the way.
Yeah.
I have a question real quick.
Yes, please.
Did we get a short rest while we were kind of hanging out and waiting
Yes.
around town? And okay, because I just realized I'm at really low hit points. So
Yeah, short rest. We're going to say in this time of relaxation and kind of sitting around and waiting, there was a short rest. And it is later in the, I would say it's like mid-afternoon right now. So by the time you get to the farmhouse and by the time you get back, it's going to be around dinner time, right around sunset type situation. So pretty much you're going to have a little bit of time to get there. It's going to be an hour or two to get hour or two to get back. So it's going to be one of those situations where it's kind of like that. But yeah, we're going to say during that time, short rest, everyone's good. But as Muse is leading the way to the tree, back on your way to the bridge, crossing the bridge and heading up past, just after you step off, and you're only a few feet away from the councilman's building, you see this man dressed in a nicer outfit, maybe a suit, or like not necessarily a suit, but a jacket with a tie. Not an adventurer, but more of a merchant. And he's got this big smile. He's young. He's a human, probably younger. Nice 6 foot, short, darker hair, little bit of the stuffle, goatee a little bit, but handsome for the most part. And he's coming up to you, and he sees you and says, and gives his advice, friends. I hope your business in the council was lucrative and well for you. How are you? May I take a moment of your time?
Wait, have we seen this person before? So the painter?
Not really. No, this
No.
is someone different. But you probably over the course you've seen him maybe around town, but he doesn't look. He looks like he's been around for a while, and he's kind of from Saltmarsh. But you've never really had any interaction with him.
Did he do the friends, like, when they're not really your friends, when you're trying to get something out of them or get something to buy or get something?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, Muse just barrels past them.
Yeah.
Muse just barrels past
Excuse me.
them.
No. Wait.
She
Please, a
looks
moment
at
of
him,
your
she goes,
time.
look,
I have a
walk and talk.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, hey, I've got a marketing investment plan that I'm wondering if you're interested in. I'm a startup for a new business and looking for investors to invest in a company that I want to do. I'm only looking for a gold, whatever you can, maybe a gold piece, maybe 100 gold pieces, and invest in a business.
Talk to the guy behind me. She motions to Lazuli. He's the money guy.
Hello, Lazuli. My name is Clyde Cinderwasher. I'm interested in. Would you be interested in investing in a low percentile? It's a low percentile on your return, but after 6 to 12 months, the money you would be returning in 2 to 3 fold that you offer. Is this something that you might be able to be interested in?
I'm sorry. Have you actually said what the business is, or are you just trying to get money out of us?
Well, I have several different money lending situations. I'm actually trying to become the money lender, and that's kind of the small business that I'm doing. But I've got
You changed 2 letters there, and that's a problem. 2 whole letters there. Can I do an insight check? Because I smell bullshit.
Please do. Please do.
Wait, I have real dice.
And actually, can Muse, because Muse sent him to talk to Lazuli so she can listen to this without him looking at her face.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Actually, I will just give Muse advantage. How about that? I will do help action to give Muse advantage.
Fine. Yeah, I'm completely okay with
Unless
that.
you think it should be the other way.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
22.
22. Okay. This guy is on the up and up. He is trying to start a money lending business, and he has been unsuccessful. But it seems like he's got some prospects, but it's those situations where he might have one, but he's hoping that he's got like 3 or 4 on the line, but it's not been confirmed. And he's just trying to get this going. And he's like, okay, I've got one. Now, if I can get a little bit more, then I can get these other ones and say, and it's trying to be, like I said, he's trying to start a business and he's trying to become a money lender. You're pretty sure he's legit. He's not trying to scam you in that aspect, but probably the return isn't as good, but who knows?
Not more so than anyone that's in usury. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
I give Muse, because Lazuli knows better and is going to get Muse's approval before saying anything, because they've worked together longer. Kind of gives Muse the look of, tell him maybe, call back later.
You would have heard, because she's ahead of you, but not that far. She said,
Yeah.
You would have heard a, And so yeah.
Okay, so to Clyde, Zuli will go,
Yes.
I would like to talk more. We are in a bit of a hurry, but I am happy to set up time with you. We are staying at Brandon's forgetting the name of the inn.
The
Lizard boat.
The lizard boat.
No, I'm sorry. No, not the lizard boat.
goat.
You are at
Something goat.
your wicker goat. You are at the wicker goat,
The wicker
wicker
goat.
goat, yeah,
Thank you.
the goat, yeah.
which
I knew
you're
it was a
actually on
goat.
your way there. You're kind of going to be passing it.
So we're wrapping up some business. check back tomorrow afternoon.
Evening.
Tomorrow
Um,
evening.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
Wicker
morning.
goat?
How about right after breakfast? I'll be for there for breakfast, and right after breakfast, when you've had your stomachs full, we can talk business. How does that sound?
You hear from the front.
Sounds like it's a plan. It sounds like she's
I'm
agreeing
gonna
with
take that as a Lazuli would take that as a yes. I'm hoping that's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, perfect. Now, thank you, Cinder Wash, right?
Cinder washer. Yeah, cinder washer.
Cinder Washer.
Yes. Yeah. And he's shaking his hand. He grabs your hand and shakes it. Yes. Thank you so much. I'll see you right after breakfast at the inn over here. Good luck. Be safe on your adventure.
Last question before he goes.
Yeah.
How strong was his handshake?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Enthusiastic, definitely.
Okay.
But by rock
let him
person
on.
standards.
Weak.
Weak. Yeah.
No, actually not weak. I would say
Moderate.
Moderate. I would
Moderate.
say
Gravel.
moderate. Yes. Because
Gravel.
of the
It's gravel.
enthusiasticness of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Thought he was going to tear my arm off. Keeps walking.
Yep. And he's like, ah! And as you're like at 10, 15 feet away, he kind of waves, see you tomorrow. Right after. And as you're about 50, 75 away, he's still kind of like, and then all of a sudden he turns to someone else. Hey, hi, friend. And he.
Oh no.
Oh, he's one of those. All right.
Yeah, one of those.
That guy's got a lot of friends.
Man, I got real flashbacks to when I was in sales, Jay. How dare you?
You're welcome. I may or may not have been a trainer and had you deal with sales people for many, many times. So yeah. So as you are going and you're starting to leave, the two things you're going to pick up a little bit. The town tension has changed slightly. As you're walking away, you see some people that are running, and some of the guards are running towards the inner locations, and it's nothing. The city or the village seems fine. There's nothing wrong with the village, but there seems to be almost information that's being passed. And as you're starting to walk, you hear people are kind of talking out loud and things of that nature. And people are like, "Is it true? Did you hear? I don't know. Is it true? Seaton's been sacked. It's been burned to the ground. Oh my God! What happened? The pirate lords attacked. Oh, I heard it was a dragon. It's been leveled. Oh no! What's gonna happen to all the people? A lot of stuff is going around. So Saxon is a city, or that's not about a little less than a week's away. It's the next major city, and there's talk. It just got sacked, like within the last day, and it's pretty much destroyed.
Huh.
And then you hear another, as the wheels of mercantilism, like, they will need stuff to rebuild. They will need stuff.
And then you
How
think,
big was this tree again? I wonder.
this
How many
tree,
planks can we get out of this tree? No, she's just mumbling
Oh,
to
yeah.
herself. Just like,
the one thing you do realize too is that there might be refugees, and the closest location is Saltmarsh. So there might be several hundred refugees on their way sometime so.
the beginnings of the slumlord. That's my opinion.
For anyone joining us tonight, we have a side plot where we're going to become the real estate agents of Saltmarsh, essentially, just to catch you up.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone watching this back to back, sorry to just remind you of this.
We're going to provide them with really high end, really nice housing so everybody is happy and it's, good stuff
Uh-huh.
We're
like
still
that.
going to call ourselves slumlords because it's fun.
Well, yeah, we still are. I mean, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
But
And establish that passive income, baby.
I'm waiting for the Saltmarsh slumlords. It's just going to be a whole situation.
Legends of the
It's
Slumlords.
a
Yes.
movie.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
movie.
Legends property development.
Hey, what could
Hey.
go wrong with
I mean, we already have advertising that's about to be put in latrines. So
Oh, right.
Yes. Yes, you do. And for those of you that haven't been watching Wednesday nights fraternal twin show called Saltmarsh Legends on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, that has come up.
Oh, great.
There's a spoiler specifically on that note and that artist in last week's episode. So
Nice.
so we'll throw
Nice.
in that on that one. Anyways, getting back. So as you're working your way, you pass the bridge, you pass the inn, you start leaving the village, and there's a little bit of forest, there's some grasslands, your little swampy areas, and as you're kind of heading north a little bit towards the farmhouse that you know exactly where it is, you've had a map. There's a road that you're taking. It's going to take you about an hour and a half to get there. About halfway there, maybe about an hour into your travels, you hear thumping in the distance too. Some noises. Boom, boom. And the ground shaking just slightly and where you're at. And you're determining that something large is moving away from you in the distance. So you can tell, I'm not going to make you roll, but you can determine that something large is making some big boom. It's like a boom, boom, boom. And it's whatever it is big and heavy. And yeah. So, but it's definitely going away from you. So not an encounter or anything like that. But yeah, as the afternoon sun, it's a little cloudy, but you know, any conversations as you're walking?
Heck yeah, what was that sound?
My guess is giant.
I've never met a giant.
I hear they have a lot of gold. And birds that poop golden eggs and things, I heard.
Do you think they're
And
friendly?
giant beanstalks. Depends on the giant.
Yeah. I mean, they're just like us.
I mean, like any
you know.
person, but
Yeah,
still.
like you can be friendly or not.
Some are just nicer than others, kind of like as a baseline.
Yeah. And Muse goes, okay. She stops for the first time. She's really actually stopped. She's like, look, we could ignore that and then act like we never heard it because it's going away. Or we could go figure out what made the sound just to be sure that the slumlord, like nothing's about to destroy the plans of future, you know. It's going away from us. So maybe we can.
It's going towards the swamp.
Can I, while we're
I was
stopped,
gonna say. Go ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead.
I will just put my ear to the ground, do a survival check to see if the footsteps sound like they have roots covering them, or if they sound like a humanoid foot.
If
Which,
they're meaty, we're
keeping in
asking if
mind
they're
that-
meaty.
that Violet isn't like maybe the brightest and wouldn't necessarily know how to do that or have the experience to do that, but that would be a thing that he thinks he could do and wants to try.
Give me a
We
survival
already
check.
know Violet's not the smartest, but I was gonna say something. I'll wait for this.
So 16 on the die and 19.
It's almost weird. It doesn't sound like normal footsteps. It's almost like a whoop, boom, whoop, boom.
So it doesn't sound like a
Boom.
bipedal. It
Nope.
sounds
Sounds like 2 feet, and it's almost like a hop.
they're jumping.
Maybe it's a giant bunny. Violet, do you want to go look at it? Let's
Yeah,
go.
sorry, I'm relaying all this. Yeah,
Now,
I think it's a giant bunny.
and you're pretty sure it's going towards the swamp, and like I said, you definitely could go try to find out what it is, and you might be able to take an hour out of your way to go check out where a clearing. You might be able to get a good idea of, but you'd have to follow it for a good hour to kind of get an idea,
So Muse goes, okay.
which would
I hear
Second
delay.
option.
giant rabbits sometimes have chocolates,
Okay.
which is almost as good as golden harps.
Right. but where is this chocolate coming from on the rabbit? First. Secondly,
Their foots are
what's
licking.
that Muse country? I forgot Muse is a country girl. So here's the thing. You're fast and sneaky and slinky. Maybe you can go off and figure out what's going on with that. And then the rest of us go make sure that our money isn't screwed up on a tree. And you come meet us over there. Does anybody have like any, I don't know, set? Oh, that would be me. Wouldn't that be? Like standing or
Well, hold
mixing
on. Finish the question first, and then.
Well, I was gonna say it'd be nice to have some sort of communication with our friend here. Because Violet, I love you, sweetie, but sometimes. So it would be nice to make sure.
No, I know. I'm very good at directions. I know where the farmhouse is. This will be no problem.
Famous last words, Violet. Famous last words.
I also have lived in a swamp in secret for most of my life, so we'll have no problem running away from whatever it is.
Okay.
Do you want me to go with Violet?
Are you going to try to pet the rabbit if it's a rabbit?
Pets on the rabbit.
So no.
She's also very fast, though.
Look, you are very fast. Okay, fine. Look, okay.
And maybe sneaky. I don't know. Okay.
All right. Lily, we'll go check on the money situation, Tree. And you two try not to die.
I mean, this works out because I was tracking the tree beforehand. So.
Yeah. So how about we do that? I know this is a terrible idea to split the party, but
I mean, we did it last time. It was fun.
It was fun last time, and it worked out.
It's
you just
efficient.
told you weren't friendly. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do something about that. So how about this?
Yeah,
we go Tree, you go Rabbit.
It is Wabbit season.
It is Wabbit season, yes.
And she goes, and
We'll
then
be very quiet.
if we finish and you guys don't show up, we will figure it out.
We'll be so fast. Here, take my axe, and I'll hand her one of my hand axes, and then we're gone.
I was gonna say, Mist probably is like kind of sitting there, just kind of bouncing, and then as soon as the axe gets handed over, she grabs one of Violet's hands and just goes, and just takes off.
And literally needs a standard, but what? She just hands it to Lazuli and like, I don't know what am I supposed to do with this.
I don't know. You're going to hunt a tree.
But
I got fired. I don't. What did they give me this for?
I was thinking to like track them, but I don't really know how, considering I don't track based off smell because I'm not. I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe it might be for the tree. I didn't think they would think that far ahead. I don't know. Let's just go. What are we doing?
Let's just go. I don't. They're gone. Whatever. She goes, so what do you think about the guy as they're walking? She's like, so what do you think about that guy?
Oh, Clyde, I think
Cinder, whatever.
Cinder Washer. I kept thinking he was saying money launderer.
I mean, is it any much difference than a few letters from money lender?
It just matters whether we get our money back.
Oh, we gonna get our money back.
Well, I meant without violence. You knew what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like normal, get our money back. Not we're getting our money back.
I mean, money lending is a good thing. I mean, look, that whole town got leveled. There's no need. So, I mean, he kind of good timing, and
It's fair. had a decent handshake.
Well, how good is he? Yeah, but how good is he with money?
We don't know.
you
That's
can't-
why I wanted to talk to him more, but we were kind of in a hurry.
Yeah. We might have to find out how good he is with money first before we go lending any.
Yeah, and also I don't. I
Because again,
based off
you
what
don't
he was-
want to see his violence, and if I don't get my money back, then
also-
it's violence.
also based off how he was talking, I don't want to give him 100 gold. I'll give him like 20 gold, and we'll see what he does.
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's see what he can do with a
Yeah.
smaller bit. Because if I give him 100 of mine, and I don't get it back with interest,
Well, it'd be 100 of ours, but yeah.
well, yeah, sure. Well, that's what I mean. Ours.
Anyways, yeah,
Talk.
I don't know. I don't do like Mist is probably the only person with the like super positive attitude that I can stand. So when Clyde showed up, I was just kind of like, really? Another one?
Yeah, but she's cute. He's just
Yeah,
unbearable.
it's the charisma. Whereas that one I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a salesman. Ugh.
Fucking did it to somebody right before we were out his earshot.
Oh,
He was
he
already
definitely
talking to
talked
somebody else.
he definitely talked to like 6 other people while we were in the meeting. Yeah.
This is ridiculous. But we'll see.
Yep.
And so
By the
that's
way,
what
how
they
are
did.
you how are you doing in terms of spells? Because like if this goes south, we may
Oh.
be in trouble.
Well, I'm good.
Okay. As long as you're good.
I didn't use any really last time.
I basically just have a bow right now, so
Oh, we're I mean I'm weak, but
we're fine. We're fine. That's
but
all.
we're
that matters.
fine.
We're fine.
I have a never-ending flow of fire, so we're good.
Oh, right.
And it's a tree.
Cantrips.
So tree, person with a bad temper, and fire.
Oh, I also have an endless supply of fire. Forgot. That's new.
So we continue to walk and talk.
So as you continue
I
to
wonder
walk,
how the wabbit hunters are going.
which we're going to talk about, is the wabbit hunting doing anything specific? Any conversations? You're just kind of sneaking up, running, just any conversation topics or anything like that for your hour travels?
I think there's probably some sort of discussion on how a rabbit would get that large, that the hopping would be like that. And I believe Miss theory on it is should probably be like, well, really what I think it is I think that the rabbit entered some sort of a magical house and found a piece of cake and it said, eat me on it, and then ate the cake. And now there's just a giant bunny.
That totally makes sense. Yeah, or just giant swamp rabbits. Could be. I don't know. We've seen all kinds of stuff out here.
There's giant swamp rabbits?
I mean, there's giant magical cats that aren't where they appear to be with tentacles. So I just assume this is a land of magic and wonder.
That makes sense.
Seems like there's only one way to find out. I'm assuming since we were originally alerted by these things being noisy, do we prioritize speed over stealth, or?
Well, I mean, because they were being whatever it was, this giant bunny, because this rabbit was being loud, I feel like we can do speed most of the way to kind of cut some time.
Maybe until
then
we get
once
to
we
the
get-
edge of the settlement at least, and then
Well, edge of wherever it is, the swamp, whatever. Yeah.
and then maybe do another ear to the ground check, and maybe
Yeah, you were really
my
good at
keen
that.
sense of smell. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So after about a half hour of just following, you can hear the noise, this hopping, and it stops for a while and it continues. The other thing, even with your good roll before, I'm gonna keep that. You also hear some others, like as you're going, you're like, wait a second. You hear like a large noise far in the distance off to the left, and you're kind of going like, wait a minute, there's another large noise off to the right. And you're like, and then you get up to over this hill and there's this large plain before it gets to the swamp edge. And what you see as you get up there, you can feel it. You hear this boom, 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 boom. As you see a giant frog hopping. And you see another giant frog kind of hopping in that distance, heading away towards the swamp. And then the realization, it's mating season. And the males are out away from the swamp. They're normally not this far out looking, but it's mating season and they're just kind of like, they're out and about. So
Are they near where any citizens would be, or
not really. So
have we
So-
seen people along the way that are also freaked out by the sound, or we
There's
had
the-
already gotten past
you've
the
gone
crowds?
past one or two that's kind of freaked out, but like I said, they've been staying away from the city. So it's more towards the marshes. There's adventurers that go out and kind of protect or something. It's probably one of the monsters that they kind of protect when they go into the swamps. But it's a little unusual for them to be out of the swamp this far, and it's not that far, but they're out of the swamp, and that dawning of like, oh, it's mating season. That's why they're out. That's why you're hearing it. But they're definitely going away from you, so it's just at that point the realization hits, and you could take a right turn and head right over to the farm if you'd like.
So when we go fishing in the swamp, sometimes you see a little fish that's running away, and it kind of makes you wonder what it's running away from. I'm not that worried about these frogs, but they don't seem to be hurting anyone. But it seems like there's something driving them out of the swamp.
Well, I mean,
Maybe they just have sexy frogs in town.
they might. I don't know much about.
I haven't been looking for them, so I can't say.
Right, and I don't know much about frog love, so I don't know. I mean, do we want to follow them, or do we want to just go meet up with the others and let them know that it was frogs and not rabbits? Are we suspicious? Should we investigate? We should start an investigation company together.
Yes. I am literally going to roll a wisdom check and got a 5. Yes, we should follow them.
Okay.
Okay. How long do you keep following them for? How many more hours or half hours do you follow them?
Well,
I mean, just like, I don't know, like another 20 minutes or so. We do have to go meet the rest of the team, but like, can we maybe try to get a little bit closer to them and see if we can see if they're like.
Yeah.
torn by, we promised we would run away, but
Right.
So they stop for a while, and they're just kind of looking around and eating some food or grass and stuff like. Then they hop. And within like a good mile area, you see a few of them, like maybe 3 or 4 within this large mile area of kind of right before the swamplands and stuff like that. And it's like, they're just milling around. They seem to be going, since it's getting dark soon, well, not soon, but it's later in the day, they're probably going back out. Like they came out in the morning and now they're heading back in type situation, but they're.
we get the most frogs sort of around dusk, and it's because they eat bugs and the bugs come out. I don't know that I want to find out what kind of bugs these guys eat. They're pretty big.
Are you suggesting that we catch one?
No. I'm suggesting we said we would get back to the rest of the group.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just wasn't sure where that was going because you said we got which made me think that you wanted to catch one, that we were here for a reason.
I
But yeah,
mean, if it was a normal size frog that like I'm used to, yeah, we would catch those all the time. But these seem
Okay.
slightly larger.
well, this has been fun. We should,
And
yeah, we
possibly
should get
magical.
back. Okay, well, we should memorize where we're at.
Done.
Okay,
Mind like a steel trap.
great.
Okay. So as you
Funnily
start,
enough, for geography, he does have a mind like a steel trap.
nice. So we're gonna get back to the other group as you approach this farmhouse with this large tree. And the tree at first looks like a normal tree, like limbs going out, and it's kind of limbed over the farmhouse for a little bit. And as you look at the farmhouse, there's certain sections of the roof that are just taken off and siding, and there's debris on the ground a little bit. And you get a little bit closer, and it's almost as if their arms were the big trunk, like it looked like, as if the tree's big trunk was there, but then the branches that kind of come, the thicker branches, almost formed at first sight like an arm. But as you get closer, it's like no, it's just the angle of the sun and the amount of branches in that. It looks like a huge tree. It's a little bit not your typical, blossom. It's got a little bit of waviness in the branches and stuff like that. And some of them are over the farmhouse. But as you get a little bit closer, if both of you give me an investigation check, please.
Before that,
Oh yes, before that.
I just want to pull out a torch and then use produce flame to light it
Okay.
because no dark vision.
Oh, it's still in the afternoon, so it's still good.
Oh,
So, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Then sans torch.
Okay.
Sans torch.
Alright. So yeah.
Wait, did you mean to have a little thing pop up when you put your hand up with it? Put your hand up like you had the torch again.
Oh, it's my background. Oh, it's
Sorry.
there's a crab.
It looked
There's
like
a
a plan
crab
for
in
a
the boat.
second. It's like wow,
Huh.
some high quality production value
Crap.
right there.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Oh.
So investigations.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
No worries.
What do we got?
Uh,
12 for
my-
Muse.
Do better
11.
than me.
11.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Like do better than me.
and I'm proficient in it.
Oh,
It's
no.
still good because as you're getting closer, you realize your investigation looking, it's a tree. Now, the ground around the roots seem to have been dislodged slightly. And there's a little bit of tracks that might have moved up to it, but now the roots are in and the ground is kind of coming over it. Yes, Azuli.
I'm keeping the 11 because
Yeah.
that's what I physically rolled, but I wasted a nat 20 because I clicked investigation and I forgot it went to roll 20. So I went and looked and there's a 22 sitting there, so that's fine.
That's fine. We're gonna use it too.
Keep the
You can keep it. So, but as you're looking at the tree, it looks now like a normal tree. Its roots are now in the ground. It's set. You examine it. It possibly may have come to life at one time, and it looks like it ripped off the roof. But whatever it did, it is now resorted back to a normal tree. And based on the information you got from the Fae that they communicated with you, like I said, a Trent created a tree and looked for some help and ordered the tree to go get some wood, and it went to the farmhouse, ripped the stuff off, and then once it got ripped off, it just resorted back to a tree, and then all that wood got put over to the garden by someone else. So this farmhouse has some holes in the roof, but it looks completely fine, and the tree looks completely normal.
So Muse, it's no longer alive. Well, excuse me, it's alive in terms of it being a tree, but it's not like sentient.
So Muse goes, let's just make sure there's no hoobie jooby jibbly boo going on with the tree still. Like, make sure there's no residual hocus pocus stuff. Because I mean, it looks like a tree. Doesn't mean it's just a tree. You know what I mean. Just make sure the fake stuff has gone away. Kind of situation. Just make sure. Because I like to be confident when I say, yes, we took care of it. Yes, we put eyes on it. Yes, we checked to make sure that the fake people that told us that there was no more. You just gotta make sure.
Yeah.
Now the question is how do we make sure? Do we talk to the tree? I mean, hey,
Can I
tree.
roll Arcana to like study the tree and see if there's still druidic magic in the tree?
Give me nature
Or
check if you
nature,
want. Or actually, you know what? Investigations.
Investigation?
Hey,
Okay.
you rolled a nat 20 on that investigation roll, didn't
Okay,
you?
sure. Yeah.
It's a tree. There's no residual
It's
magic to
tree.
it anymore. It's the nature. Its roots are going in. It's a normal tree again, but it's right next to the house.
I relay this information.
Muse goes, let's just tying up some things. Let's talk to the people that live here. Because that's not the best anyway. Like a good wind blows, trees in the house. I'm going to say like skylights with trees sticking out of them. Have they fixed their roof? Like parts of the roof that were missing
No,
that is
they
not
left.
part of the...
They left and they have not returned yet. So they're waiting for the report
Interesting.
that it's not alive anymore. And then now that you reported, they'll eventually come back and get the tree.
Like coming back. Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can take over the farmhouse. Where that was going.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
like, I could be nice and clean up the branches, but I think they'll probably want those to fix their roof. And that would take time, too. I could just offer to do that later.
Nice is just poor, my friend. That's just
I
nice
mean,
is just poor. I mean, we're nice enough to figure out.
Okay, hold on. To be clear, we're playing cover our tracks, which is completely free.
We are.
So,
but
me offering things right now is also free, which is fine.
But they're not here. See, so
Which is
they're
why
just
I'm
gonna
offering
come
them in
back.
front of you instead of in front of them.
Right. I mean, when she looks up at the tree and looks at the house, she's like, meh, we got time to kill, I guess. We already got paid, right? So.
I mean, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to, while we wait on our party to catch up with us, Lazuli's just going to climb up the tree and then using the hand axe, just kind of like start taking care of stuff that could cause damage if a strong wind were to fly by.
Yeah, some maintenance. That's going to take a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
And by that time, as you're finishing up, your two comrades can be seen in the horizon as they come towards you, and they're walking towards the farmhouse in that process. And you eventually, for levity, you meet back up. It's late in the afternoon right now. So by the time you get back, it's going to start the 2 hours. It's going to be dinner time-ish. It'll still be light, but it'll be definitely around that dinner time as you get back.
While Azuli's up in the tree, and especially when Violet comes up, she's gonna be like, question, first, no rabbit. Second, Violet, you mind helping me try to find some herbs around here? I might try my hand at making some alchemy stuff tonight, but I'm kind of low on stuff. And I know that's your gig, and we're in the middle of nowhere. But first, you're alive. The rabbit didn't eat you.
Well, I guess we made some bad guesses about what else hops. Because it was frogs.
Oh, yeah, it's ribbit season.
A very big frog. Oh, that's good.
He just yells from the roof.
Yeah, basically, it's probably mating season for them. And I don't know, maybe it's related, but you know, if they're coming out this far out of the swamp, it seems a little odd. I feel like on the message board there was something about goblins in the swamp, or like there was something in the swamp that we could go check out.
When you say big frogs, how big? Like this tree big?
Like a
big.
like a horse.
A giant frog. Yeah, about a horse. Bigger.
That's all.
So it was goblins. You were right. It's goblins.
So possibly
But how-
related. I did have
but
the thought that
Goblins are yay big.
well,
I mean, if I'm a frog the size of a horse, there's a goblin.
so there's either something in the swamp that they don't like, or something in town that they do like that's making them do this, I would think. Or, you
it's
know.
mating season. I ain't seen no frogs in the village, so we can cut that one out.
But were you looking?
I mean, you said they're the size of horses.
That probably would have stood out.
I'm thinking yes.
But
So
you know, I know what you
go-
said, and we promised we'd come right back. I did think
Oh.
maybe if we had a giant frog friend that missed with her air magic stuff could make them jump even farther. And maybe that could
How
come in
we gonna
handy at
feed
some
it?
point.
How we gonna feed it, Violet?
I mean, they live in the swamp on something. I'm good at gathering things in the swamp. Speaking of herbs, huh?
Yeah. Don't frogs eat insects?
Presumably giant insects if they're giant frogs, or maybe just a lot of them. Or maybe they move on from insects once they get to a certain size. Maybe that's where all the rabbits went.
Well, we haven't seen the purple thing in a while. Maybe one of those ate it.
What?
I'm just
No,
throwing that-
no.
Violet is.
Peep is still in town. It's fine.
I am.
When was the last time you seen it? Did you just name it?
We named it before. Woolly Bo Peep. Wasn't that
Okay,
what
at
we
this
named it?
point, Lazuli would like to come down from the tree and be like, okay, Muse, to catch you up, the sailors named it before we got off the boat, to be very clear.
Okay. But you know, once you name something, it's just.
I know. I tried.
Well, let's just.
Castro
get
did
the
too. We
herb.
said we were going to eat it, but you know.
I'm furiously mapping out the ecology of the salt marsh in my notebook of like goats, frogs to eating goats to rabbits. One of the rabbits has the name Bucky on it, and another one has Hop. One of the frogs has Hopper. Totally didn't understand what she said about not naming things.
Yeah. So it's a tree. We're good. It's a tree.
Mapping to trees.
The tree doesn't eat anything.
What do trees eat? Anything? Question mark. You can't see what I'm writing.
She
I have
knows
such
how
a
your
great
brain
poker
works.
face.
So she goes, "We're good. Let's just grab a few things." Lazuli was nice enough to trim the tree a bit. So yeah, good deed for the day. Done, completed. Let's get something to eat.
Sounds good.
And I
I
have
found these
somewhat.
rare herbs for you and hand her some like dandelions because I rolled a 3 on my nature check.
Nice.
So you hand her dandelion. She looks at him and she goes,
These are gonna help,
These are-
right?
"Well, they're not useless. Make a good tea, but they're not rare, Violet." And she looks and she kind of spreads her hands. She's like, "See, they're like all there." Like there's probably a field of dandelions. And she goes, it's not rare. But thank you. I can do something with this though. But they're not right in your book. It's not right.
I'll take one and press it in.
Just when you were going to go press it in, she goes, it just blows on it. See, we're making more. There we go.
So as you are starting to make your way back to Saltmarsh in this process, you're walking the same route you're going on the roads. It's like I said, it's getting dark in the distance. It's still light. Like I said, it's late afternoon, late afternoon, 5. So probably you're about halfway. By the time you get to Saltmarsh, it's going to be just before sunset. So won't be a problem. But on your way, about halfway to town, you're kind of in a foresty area and a little swampy forest area. And because of your passive perceptions, you look over as you're walking, and to the right, you walked past this place before and didn't notice anything, and you didn't think it was there when you first came. But as you're looking over, you see these lights kind of floating, and it's almost as they're fireflies just kind of fly in this area. And you kind of look over, and there's a lot of them kind of spread out in between these trees, and you see a sleeping bag and what appears to be a fire, like a campfire that's not lit, but there's some debris or something around the sleeping bag, and it's about a good 50 feet, 60 feet in from this walking path, kind of in a nice little grove. As you're kind of walking past, you just kind of look over and notice it. Lazuli specifically, Violet, and Mist. Mew is just like walking straight, and but everyone kind of picks this up as you're walking past.
Muse, there's someone's stuff here, I guess. It looks like there was another adventurer or wanderer.
When that's pointed out to her, she looks over, and does she know whether this is dancing lights or will-o-wisps?
It's not will-o-wisps. I'll tell you that, because it's far enough away from the swamp that it would be really weird.
I don't know how close.
It's the likelihood of the will-o-wisps are surprisingly uncommon in this area, like in the swampy area. So there are will-o-wisps in this. So it would be possible that it could be a will-o-wisp, but realistically, based off of some of the lights and stuff like that, no, it's just they look more, and they actually kind of fly, and you see that they're just tiny fireflies that you're seeing these, and they're just kind of all over the place. So even past the road a little bit and over on the other side of the road, so it's just kind of this large area.
Right. And then there's a bag.
There's a sleeping bag, and there's some stuff all around, like scattered by the sleeping bag. Just
she looks like, she says over her shoulder, Violet, looks like you're up again. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky, go look.
I will stealth over there.
Give me a stealth check.
Lazuli's offended and also wants to stealth over there.
You can do that too if you want.
Sorry,
after Violet leaves, Lazuli, you're just kind of standing there, and you go.
Wait, Lazuli is a what again?
Ranger.
She's an Earth Genasi.
Oops. I mean, she was the stealthy people. She should have known that because they work together. So she would have sent the both of them to go.
18.
18 for Lazuli. Violet.
24.
24. Awesome.
Yeah, all right.
And you're sneaking up. You're just
expertise, baby.
It's.
I also have
Elmer
expertise.
Fudd. I'm just picturing the half. and you get up to it, and it looks like the campfire was put together and was set up like someone was going to camp here. And it looks like there's actually a few other possibility that there's like more than just one tent that or more than one sleeping bag should have been here, but it wasn't here. The sleeping bag is there, and what it looks like there's just some mundane items that are like, you know, there's a tin and flint, there's a wrapper, there's some little bit of food stuff. The wrapper actually, there's a like a food wrapper or something like that that's got a symbol on it and a name on it, and you're not familiar with it. Have you been to either Lazuli or Violet been to Boulder's Gate?
Lazuli might
From
have.
Baldur's Gate.
From Boulder's Gate, yeah.
From Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
I'm
But
from
you're not
Baldur's
there
Gate.
yet.
Oh
So if they bring it
Yeah.
back to you, eventually if they bring it back to you, you'll be
Okay.
able
no. Oh, but if Muse is from Baldur's Gate, then Lazuli definitely has been to Baldur's Gate.
Okay. So then at that point, Lazuli, you kind of recognize the wrapper offhand. It's like you think the wrapper looks familiar, and then you realize that it's Muse's family's shop's wrapper. Like the food items came from a shop that Muse talked about in Baldur's Gate.
That's probably just a coincidence, but I'll grab the wrapper and make it look like the wind blew it away using Druidcraft. Just a quick little like dusting.
So as you're standing there, as you're getting a better idea, both of you give me an investigations check as you're standing by the sleeping bag in this campsite.
I just do assist action.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So Lazuli, advantage.
I assume you have better than 3.
Investigation? No.
Yes.
But
Oh, really?
you gave me the advantage anyway.
Okay.
Intelligence, not my strong suit. 14.
Yeah, that's still good enough. As you're looking around, it looks like this person was able to get their bed and it looks like there's like maybe 3 or 4 people here that were trying to make camp, but exited very quickly. And whoever the sleeping bag with left it and ran.
Huh.
And at that moment, you hear boom as a giant frog comes from outside the forest.
Flat. Can I get one more thing
yes,
off?
Yes.
I just want to light the campfire.
Okay. You light the campfire and just boom.
Just so the people at the road can see the frog come in.
And please, everyone, roll initiative.
Right.
Do we get to consider? Are we still in stealth?
You're
I'm
kinda
not.
out in the
I'm definitely
open.
not.
If you,
No, I assisted, so I would have revealed myself too.
All right.
I love my initiative number. Mhm.
15.
I mean, this got a 22, so
Mist got a 22. Awesome. Muse,
I'm rocking I got a 14 for Lazuli.
14 for Lazuli and Muse.
Out of 2. I literally rolled a 1.
A 2.
Cool.
2.
A 2.
Gesundheit.
Ah, 2.
That's
A 2. Okay.
Are you allergic to cats or?
Yeah. It
I'm allergic to frogs.
Yeah.
My cat just appeared. So
Ah. All right. So you can see right now on Roll20 that there is a map.
I guess we would be over by the Lazuli and Violet would be over by the campfire.
Yep. So you're about right there and right there. And you see the little dots that bright, those are the fireflies that are kind of all around. But suddenly you just over the rock, there's suddenly boom. As 2 giant frogs just kind of jump out. And we're gonna start off with Mist. It's unmistakable. You hear this noise of a hop, and you look around and you see these 2 large frogs that is just kind of hopping. they're looking around. They might be paying attention to them, maybe not. It's one of those things where it's just, what would you like to do?
Mist is going to, I'm going to kind of run forward a bit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold my action to see if they are like, if things get aggressive or not.
Okay.
But she's also kind of like squeeing to herself, like, as she sees them.
So you're going to hold your action. What are you going to do? What's going to prompt your action? If it does attack or anything like that, are you going to move up and attack?
Well, if they attack, I'm going to try to levitate one of them.
Okay. That is interesting. We're going to so we're going to say, yeah, it is going to be, because this one hops right there and just kind of hops it and just kind of leans down and sees Azuli and just is going to try to like fight him. But we're going to go, so Mist, as he hops and is about to do, what would you like to, you're going to try to levitate him?
Yeah, I'm going to try to use my 1-a-day ability of levitate to lift the frog 20 feet off the ground. And probably not going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. An unwilling creature has to make a Constitution saving throw. And if they fail the saving throw, then it works. And they whoop, up in the air.
I'm wondering if this is more than 500 pounds. I'm gonna say it's just under 500 pounds. So we're gonna go with it.
Okay.
So Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
All right. He fails.
Nice.
So you just levitate him up in the air?
Yep.
About how many feet again?
20 feet up in the air. He just kind of.
So suddenly he's just kind of, and then he drops.
No, he's just up in the air. I can hold it for 10 minutes.
Oh.
He's just floating in the air until I put him on the ground.
I am going to allow, because he's so heavy, this is stressful for you, isn't it? Or does it matter? Anything under 500, it's just...
It's anything up to 500 pounds as long as they fail the Constitution save.
Okay. Do they get in another one on their turn, or is it just one done action?
It says the target can only move by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach. You can change the target's altitude by 20 feet either direction on your turn. No, when the spell ends, the target floats gently to the ground. So I can't use it to like drop them and do damage.
Okay. All right. This was the other. So yeah. So suddenly this large frog, it's actually more medium sized than anything, is the giant frog is just kind of floating up in the air. All right. Violet, what would you like to do? You're up with Lazuli on deck.
Can only see 2 frogs. Have we heard more thumps than
Nope.
that?
You haven't heard. There's only 2 frogs that you can see right now, or that are in the area.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run up to this other guy. You levitated the one right by the campfire, right?
Yep, this one.
Yeah. So
We'll
1,
put
2,
a little
3,
a little
4.
wind on them.
Can I do that?
Feet away.
I guess let's see how tough these guys are. Okay, yeah. I'll just run up to him and get out my 2 swords and
All righty.
make a whack
Okay.
or 2.
All right. So, go for it. Roll your attack.
Eesh.
What do you got?
That was rolled an 8 for the first one.
That'll miss.
Sorry, the roll, the
Oh.
die was an 8. It is
so-
14.
14 will hit.
And 12.
12 points of damage.
No, sorry, 12 was the second attack.
Yep, both of them hit.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're frogs. They, you know.
Frogs. Come to find out later, they're actually toads.
10
10 points of damage.
plus 8, 18.
18 points of damage on this one. So as you just come up,
That was with both. To be clear,
so 18 and 18 or 18 total.
18 total. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, no problem. So as you get up to this thing and you just slice into this, you just kind of slice the gut. It's like and just falls towards the ground. It's just kind of and hits.
Oh wait, were we gonna talk to them?
I
They
can't
seem
talk
kinda
to
hostile.
animals.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah.
Probably should have done that in the opposite order. Next time.
So
Um,
yeah, Lazuli.
I'm gonna back up for if/when this frog falls.
Mhm.
So 5, 10, 15, 20 feet's fine.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna shoot it with my longbow.
Go for it.
No, I don't. That's a 7. Shoo!
7 total.
7 to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, nope, that does miss because suddenly as it's floating, you aim and suddenly the movement of the gust just kind of his leg just went out of the way and
Yeah.
just kind of kicked it out.
Cool.
Is it circling up?
I do. Nope. Okay. That's it. Actually, I'll use my last 10 feet of movement and just back into the trees.
That sounds good. All right, so that leaves the frog that's up there is just floating. It actually he already went. The frog that got hit was about to do something, but he's dead, so he can't really do anything. But what you do here is you hear a thud as another one, a much larger one, hops over the trees and lands right there. And you can't see him because I need to do that. And just lands right there.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. And that's that. So Muse.
Well, nobody's gonna.
You're pretty sure that it was like you heard this boom, boom. So it was a great distance that he just over the tree and hopped over this tree.
Yeah.
Just landed there.
She thinks about all the choices she's had in her life, and then she thinks, actually, I heard frog legs is a delicacy around here. And she goes, well, flambe frog. And she uses her, might as well burn it. Let's see here. Let's have some fun with this. All right. So she is going to use Tides of Chaos. And so she's going to gain advantage on her attack.
Okay.
And
We have to roll a wild magic, sir, or wild magic chance, don't you?
I haven't rolled yet.
Find out in a minute.
We'll find out in a minute.
All right. I just keep remembering, like, oh, wait a minute. We have a wild chart
We
I've had to
do.
pull up.
We do. We do have a wild chart that I gave you in absolute insanity. So yes, so she is going to use her Tides of Chaos,
Okay.
and she is also going to, it's gonna say twinness, but I'm not that level yet, I noticed. So yeah, so she's gonna use that, and then she's going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
So Firebolt.
So it's an attack roll.
Yes. Well, that's missed. That's
Would
not Muse.
That's a
Did I not
you got
roll?
advantage. That's a nat 20.
Yep, so nat 20.
Nat 20. All right.
Yep.
So just to
For
recap
11.
how I like to do critical hits. Two things. One, if you roll a critical hit, if you're making an attack roll with a critical, you automatically do max damage, then you roll one more time. So that's kind of how I like to do it. So you rolled 6 points of damage. What's the max damage on that?
So it'd be 16 total because
So
it's
16
a D10.
16
Yeah.
total.
So 16 point. You did 16 points of damage on this large, gigantic frog, and
Fire damage with that.
fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we have to do the rolling of the wild of the magics.
Give me the roll. I think this is the first time we're rolling it.
It is.
It is. Oh, this.
The years get wild.
Yeah, let's. And that will be a 12.
That's been so long since I've done wild
Yep,
magic.
so that doesn't affect it. It doesn't go off because it has to be a 1,
Okay.
correct? It's 5%. So
Yeah, that
okay.
sounds right.
Okay. So yeah, so no special, but yeah, the bolt goes out, goes in, you blast it. Definitely did some
Actually,
good.
I didn't have to roll that because I was in the first level. I did a cantrip, not a first level spell.
Oh,
I only got to do it for level spells.
okay, never mind.
That's
then.
why we haven't rolled it yet. That's why we haven't rolled it. 'Cause I haven't
Okay.
finished
There's
using
that
my
clarification.
slots yet.
Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else that you want?
So that she does that, and let's see what my bonus. No. I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. Mist, you're up. Top of the round.
Oh boy. Oh, that's big frog, guys, big frog coming. And oh boy. I guess
Your levitation. Your levitation thing isn't concentration, is it?
it is concentration, yeah.
Ouch. Ouch. Okay.
Yep, it is concentration. I can make it to the giant frog, so I'm gonna say since these frogs are being aggressive, she's gonna run up and she's gonna go ahead and give them the old 1-2
All righty. The big frog. Go for it.
on the big one. Oh, that's terrible. That's a crit one.
So you rolled a quick run on it. So I don't know have we talked about this? When you roll a crit run, or if someone, it gives an opportunity attack for whoever you're attacking. Have we discussed that already?
Sure.
So
No,
if
we
I
haven't.
Okay, so we'll set it for the next battle. So if I roll a crit run on my attack, you get an attack of opportunity. Since it's that, if you roll a crit one, I get an attack of opportunity of some sort in this. But since I thought we missed it, we're gonna pass on this one. We'll come up to it
We've
again.
definitely never talked about this. I want to
Okay.
be very clear.
No, okay. Then, yep, we're going to talk about it later on, and we're going to see if we're going to implement it in next game. But right now,
Okay.
go for it. So you missed the first one?
I did miss the first one, and I'm going to go ahead and make a second attack.
All right.
And yeah, so
Flurry of blows or just a bonus one?
well, just a bonus action attack.
bonus
So
got
that
it.
was a 20 to hit for that one.
Easily hit.
Yep. And then the damage on that, but it's my offhand, so it would only be 4 damage. on that.
All right.
And then I can still spend a key point, correct? So I'm not familiar with. Yeah, I can do a key point, right? Or a key points bonus action. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
like.
key points are bonus actions. So you.
Okay. Then never mind.
No problem.
Onwards. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. And does the frog that you're levitating start to come down, or do you
Mm-mm.
break your? You still have concentration on it. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay. So then it is the frog that's is floating, not doing anything. Violet, what are you up to? As you've just sliced the frog and it's just humped over, and there's a big one that came in, and there's one floating.
I'm going to bid adieu to Floaty and run straight down to Biggie. I was going to use my racial ability to double my movement, which I think can get me sort of right here, straight across from Mist.
Oh yeah, that's 60 feet. Yeah.
And then I'll just go to town on him.
Go for it.
And I think since I'm, what do you call it? Straight across from her, I get sneak attack?
Flanking.
Since
Yes.
it's
Yep. It's you get attack. You get advantage on your attack on your first one because you're flank within. You have a partner in your area. So yeah, you get advantage on your attack, and it's going to be sneak attack. Sneak attack damage.
Oh wow, I rolled 2 14s, but plus 6, so
hit.
20.
Both of them hit. So
And then on the second attack, that's a 16.
that hits.
So I get to roll 3d6.
Yeah. So it's D6 for the weapon, and then you get sneak attack on the first, but not on the second. So
18.
18 total damage.
Yep.
Awesome. What does it look like as you make frog flambe?
Again.
Yes. Again.
It looks like, just going straight for the back of the neck, and sort of say like, I'm sorry I ran away from these guys earlier. We might have saved these people, and we're sure we can't have a pet frog. Although maybe we don't want a pet frog. These guys don't seem that tough.
There's a spare. We can decide in a minute.
So as you slice and dice this one, it goes down. It brings up to Lazuli. What would you like to do?
I'm deciding we don't keep pets.
Okay.
That is a nat 20 on the longbow shot. So
Ooh.
that's going to be, what's my bonus? 16 damage total.
The arrow, where did you place this arrow as it just sinks all the way
Well,
in?
because I whiffed to the side, I probably went center mass. So just like,
Yeah, you just put it right through its heart, and it just kind of like slumps, and you have taken it out. All righty. So yeah, you have a dead frog floating. Mist, you're
Well-
concentrating on this dead frog in the air.
Yeah, I mean, if it's dead now, she's just gonna let it drop to the ground.
It kind of floats down to the ground. So, Muse, what was your family's business name? Did you have that set? You don't have to. We're going to put you on the spot.
Yes, the Emporium of the Wayward Gamer.
Really? We're going that one. Okay. All right.
The Emporium of the Wayward Hunter or something. I'm going with the first part.
So
Emporium of the
let's-
Wayward Gamer. I'm sticking with it.
So this particular wrapper that was found has your family's logo on it. And it appears that it had either a sweet or some type of rations that were preserved. Like it
Happy.
was, yeah, it was something
Happy.
that will last a while. So it's not recent, but it's clearly someone picked something up from somewhere. from Bowler's Gate, and they've been from that area, traveled from that area.
Okay, so she's still on the road at this point. But she would have walked over. Now I think about it to see what state the new meat they've acquired. I'm picking up a lot of meat, people. Looks like. And I guess when she gets there, then she would have seen the wrapper at that point. No.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So she kind of goes, huh. Well, that's good to see we make it all the way down here. I wonder if our customer got eaten, but
It's highly probable they just ran and they left everything here. Someone may have gotten eaten, but not sure.
She goes, well, if they have good taste to shop at our shop, they might have good taste to shop at other nice places. So she kind of just walks off, leaves, because now she's like, they left stuff. Let me go see what that looked like.
Nothing really. Yeah, it's just mine. It was as if the sleeping bag, they just put their sleeping bag down and then something
they
happened
still
and
have
then
their
ran.
packs and everything.
Yeah, so they have all their main stuff. It was a wrapper, maybe one ration, and a tin and flint. That was it. That's on the ground, and some garbage.
So she is gonna say that. She's like, I think we could take this sleeping bag and stuff some of that frog meat in it and sell it to the butcher. What y'all say?
Sure.
One of the things on the board said something about wanting rare meats, right? Wasn't there something about rare ingredients for something? I think so, yeah. Somebody in town will buy it.
So that's what we got: displacer meat, and now we got whatever this is. Huge frog meat.
This is a frog.
Frog. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, more like toad.
Climb whichever of these nearby trees is the tallest, and just scout around, make sure there's no sign of these people or
they're gone. It appears to be long gone.
Any more frogs? Okay.
There's probably a frog or two in the distance, but they're nowhere coming near for Europe anymore. So it's probably attracted by the flies and stuff, and again they're leaving because it's mating, so they're hungry, and there's probably didn't get enough food, so they had to venture out a little bit further. You take another hour to get some more meat, and you stuff the bag in, and so the displacer beast meat that you have is already at the butcher's, and you're actually tomorrow you're going to get some payment for that, and some meat. So as you bring the meat back, and you're dragging as much meat as you'd like back to Saltmarsh. That's where we're going to take a quick break. And we will return as you enter Saltmarsh and get your whatever happens there. So hang on, everyone. We'll be right back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Have a refill your drinks, hit the restrooms and everything else. And we'll see you in a moment. we're back. We're having fun. Hopefully you're having some fun too, watching us have some fun. All right. Our wonderful players have just experienced the delicacy of chopping frog legs off to bring to the
Okay.
butcher. So they're on their way back to Saltmarsh, the village of Saltmarsh, with a sleeping bag full of frog legs and frog meat. They kind of come back in, and by this time it's literally it's setting. The sun is setting. It's starting to get dark. Torches are lit, and as you're on your way you get close up to the Wicker Goat, where they're staying. As you kind of come in, it's full of people. Everyone's kind of trying to be in a good mood. There's a bar that's trying to pump them up, and so there's some liveliness, even though there's kind of seems to be a somber about the news and the talk about refugees are coming in, and there's Sutton got sacked, and was it a dragon? Was it the pirate lord? Who did it? Were they looking for something? So there's a lot of rumors that are kind of going around. But you kind of settle in. You settle back into your room. What are you going to do with the frog meat for the time being? You going to stick it in your room?
No. So, Muse is going to slide up to the counter and be like, so, I have a proposition that I think most people in here are probably like, we just came into, forgot to choose country, we just came into, let's say, a bounty of meats, and we figured we don't have the time to go to the butcher to drop them off, but we have a lot. And so we were thinking you can have a special tonight with some of our meats if you could allow us to store the rest of it so that it doesn't go bad, so that we can take it to the butcher tomorrow, and so that way you could sell it special, have a nice special tonight, make some good money. People are really down today, so I think and then
I do have
we won't ask for payment. We just ask for you to store our meat so they don't go bad.
I think we could arrange something like that. It's been a while since I've had some frog legs. I got a recipe here somewhere.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice. Everybody seems to look a bit down. I think a nice little special meal for raise the spirits and help us out, and we help you out. Yeah.
I would agree. And he's like, I think that'll work out. Carl! And suddenly, up from the back, hello, yes.
Is that the happy? Oh, it's the happy guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adventurers! Hello! How is your day today? Yes.
And at that point, Muse puts Mist in front to deal with Carl.
Hello, Mist. How are you? It looks like you just got back from adventuring. Did you have a good adventure?
We did. We saw frogs, and then we killed some really big frogs, huge frogs, big frogs, like Saint Bernard sized big frogs. Yeah, I lifted one up in the air because that's what I do. So it was pretty neat.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh yeah. And they got it out back. Go stick it in. We're gonna have some frog. Got it, boss. And he runs out and says, "Take care. I'll be back to get your drinks in a minute. Everything in a minute. Have a good. I'll be back." And he runs off and he collects your meat, and he's gonna take some time doing that. And there's a table.
Zuli
there,
is already grabbed. Zuli's already at the table.
Yep. Yeah.
Just waiting.
Now, one of the things that you notice, like I said, a little bit somber, and then it was like, frog meat's on the menu, everyone. And there was a little bit of a, oh, yay. And then one guy goes,
ungrateful.
And was like, yes. There's one excited guy. Yes. And he saunters up to the bar. And you know what would go really good with that frog meat? A special swamp blueberry ale. I can make you some, and we can have it on tap. You just need to finalize this business transaction, and I can get you It's good ale. I've got some right here. You come on, you can try it. And he's just kind of looking at it. He's like, I've got to find some more. And he's talking to me. I got to find some more people to pick some berries and some blueberries, some swamp blueberries, and I've got this recipe. It's awesome. You've tried it. Yeah, it was pretty good, but just have some more ale. We'll talk more about it later. He's like, oh, all right. And he goes back and kind of sits down, and definitely is the business opportunity of looking for stuff for people, adventurers. There might be a job board. You might be filling out a job board sometime soon for stuff. But as the evening kind of comes, you're eating, you do hear a few of the rumors that are coming in. One of the adventuring groups had talked about a few days ago, there was a lizard folk encounter in the swamps that they had, was a little bit, there was an increase of goblin activity also around the swamp areas. One of the guys was talking about an ogre in the swamp. And he was like, I see it. I saw it with my one good eye. It's a big thing. And then there's the big thing, the dwarven mind, a large red gem or something this large was found while they were mining. It's going to be worth a lot of gold once it's sold. And some even say that there's some strange magic around it, but where they found it was unique, but it was like buried in the ground. But yeah, it's a big thing right now. It's like, that's kind of the talk that everyone's kind of milling over the evening. Is anyone doing anything specific or special during the dinner and evening time? Besides Carl coming to visit. Yes, Muse.
Am I muted? No. Okay. So Muse is going to, like she said, she's going to try to do some alchemy. Man, she's trying to make some potions.
Okay. Alchemy.
Or stuff.
Trying to make some potions.
Whatever. Communicable, whatever.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
No, you're not.
It's a hard word. I know how to say it, but it's just not coming out. She's gonna mash some grass together, stick it in some boiling water.
All right. So
she's gonna use her alchemist kit Sunday.
Okay, so tonight you're gonna make some a potion for that process and be able to in the evening time. Okay.
And since it was the only thing that she has some dandelions good for stomach aches and stuff, so she's just gonna make some potions for the upsetness of stomachs.
Okay, got it. Evening goes without any luster. You do see that there's a few dwarves in here, including one of the dwarves that you saw on the ship. That was his name was Steelcloak, and he seemed to have gotten some damage. Crucian, or excuse me, Castron.
You?
No. Castron. Did some healing on him. He talked, and he was like, he was adventuring out, and while you were gone, Cashman was doing some healing. He just basically was healing people that would coming back, some of the adventurers, and that's kind of how he spent his time. He's reading now. He already ate. He did greet you and made some conversations, but then was like, he's tired and wants to get a good night's sleep and to get, relax a little bit more. He was a little bit on the tired side. So he retired to his room early, or to the room early. The evening kind of goes, like I said, uneventful. It's a moderate. The bard. Okay. The bard is playing, but the bard, let's see how good this bard is tonight.
Oh no.
Hey, 14, not bad. It's pretty good. So he's uplifting, but not great. So he's.
Is it too late to assist him with my bird pipes?
I would just actually, you have a separate role.
which could just bug the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Assist or desist, one of the two.
It's a 14 roll.
Okay, so
Okay.
total
Uh,
performance.
18. Do I
Okay. Yeah.
add?
No, you
Okay.
you
That's fine.
kind of outperform him a little bit with the, and so there was a little bit of rifting back and forth, and like I said, it was a relatively decent evening.
Some nice swamp jazz
Yeah.
jam session.
Eventually, you make your way to your rooms, you sleep, and now officially become 3rd level.
Oh, thank goodness.
You have now reached 3rd level, which we will, if you would like, you could roll your hit dice. If I recall, Muse, you have a D6, Mist, you got a D8, and then Violet, you have to decide which one you want to go with.
Yeah, I'm doing rogue for the next level.
Okay, so that's a D8. So just roll it and then mark it for your sheets, and then when from after tonight's episode, before the next episode, we'll update all your character sheets. But until then, there shouldn't be any combat. But we'll go be nice.
It knows I was gonna get into a bar fight.
Yeah, I immediately pick a fight now.
That might,
no,
that.
No.
But the
no,
evening kind of
no.
comes in, and the sun comes up and relaxed. And as you go down for breakfast and meet for the breakfast, Carl's there, all chipper and happy again in the morning. The same thing happens. His fiance, Oro, comes in, greets. They get a nice hug, and they have their nice lovey chat, and for a moment or two, and the love struck, and and as she walks, everyone's like goodbye, and she's like, oh, hello, and she's just very friendly and calm, and as she leaves, and there's that moment again of like he's just the luckiest guy in the world and just happy, and it almost energizes him, and he just starts hitting all the tables and making sure everyone's good, and he's just chipper and happy. Definitely comes up to you and sees, well, hello there again, adventurers, awesome. If I recall, I'm sorry, so Mist, Lazuli, correct, if I've got your name right? All right. Violet. Castrin is your other partner, correct? He's kind of still sleeping?
He's sleeping.
And
He's sleeping.
Muse, right? Awesome. Muse, you smile. It's a wonderful, beautiful morning. What can I get you for breakfast? I will be your server. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm practicing. Hello, my name is Carl. I will be your server for this morning. How can I be assistant? Is there anything I can get you?
Peace and quiet.
Okay, so it's going to be one of those days. Yes.
So Muse is just not a morning person, really. So she's just like
Muse takes her coffee, and I just give the order.
Okay.
I'll take a herbal tea, and then whatever
Muse hates
the
coffee. Muse hates coffee.
Oh, well then I'll say something for Muse. I'll
Tea,
order for
tea.
Muse, knowing
She's a tea
Muse.
person.
Then I'll be the coffee person because I wanted us to be opposites. So I'll be the coffee person. It's from the ground. It's fine. And then just like whatever we got last time. I think I had like pastries after the fiance showed up.
Yep, we've got their pastries. Oh, wait a minute. Something came for you. I'll be right back. And he runs. He's like, boss, he's like, yeah, it's in the back. It's like, okay. And he kind of runs in.
Everything's in the back.
And a minute later, he kind of comes out and he's like, this was specially delivered this morning before anyone got up. And we got a message from the butcher that on offer. And he hands you the envelope from the butcher, and he hands you, or the folded piece of paper from the butcher. It's got a little bit of, dirt on it, and kind of, it's paper, wax paper. But the envelope that he hands you, this letter, is of very nice quality paper. It's inlaid with embossed around the edges, and it just basically on the front of it says, to whom this this letter needs to be, owners. Actually, have you told your name before with the group name?
We don't have one yet.
You don't have a group name yet.
We do. It's
No.
it's the Legends Adventuring Guild. We've said it once. We said it to the painter.
Okay.
Yes,
So
lag.
Leg.
Lag.
So
Oh, right. We are
Yep,
live.
we were lag.
leg.
We're lag.
So at the top of it says, to the individuals with the meat. And on the back,
So we're
it's
Arby's.
sealed. There's this wax sealed with a very prominent noble seal on it.
Carl, did they say who this was from?
Yeah, so it was what was his name again? It's a Felza. He's Mr. Primewater's assistant and cook. It's pretty fancy. I've only seen one or two of these out before, so it's got to be worth something.
Muse leans over to Lazuli. Prime water. Surely
It's
in
one
the
of the
morning.
council people.
Oh, those old funkies. Okay. And she kind of goes back to it.
He wasn't at the meeting, but he is a part of the council.
Okay.
But
Probably related to somebody else. And blah, blah, blah.
yeah, okay. Zuli's gonna take the hunting knife and just kind of.
So as this
Start.
nice paper kind of comes out and there's a little embossed symbol of the logo at the bottom of the paper, very nicely handwritten. It says, to the individuals who captured, killed, and provided meat to the butcher of the displacer beast, I would like to meet with you to negotiate a price to purchase said meat for an incoming event. Please meet this afternoon at 12 sharp to discuss this opportunity. Sincerely, Berzik, on behalf of Glenard Primewater.
Did she kind of goes, was there any money? I don't remember hearing money. Was there money?
Negotiate for money. Negotiate money.
So
Negotiate.
the butcher was going to give you, and in the butcher's note, he's like, I'll give you 50 gold for the meat and what you agreed upon, 50 gold for meat, and then half the meat he would take and half the meat you would take.
She goes,
So
it's hard to think without tea.
okay, so
Are we selling our half of the meat to this guy? Is that what we're looking to do? To sell both halves?
So I would say sell to the butcher for 50 gold because we've already promised that. And I don't want to deal with trying to take that back after he was nice enough to
Mhm,
cut it up for us.
We've already agreed on
take-
that, so that's
Yeah,
that's
and then
done.
we take our half, we go to Prime Water, and we sell it for 100.
Sounds good to me. What about then she opens one eye.
That's not very fair, though.
And Muse,
Huh?
Muse opens one eye and she looks at me. She goes, "Huh?
Well,
No.
but we're selling half the meat to this guy for 50 gold, and then we're going to sell the same amount of meat to this other guy for 100?
Miss, the butcher cut it up for us. That's
Yeah,
why he gets 50.
Oh, so he gets a discount. We're not ripping the
Right.
other guy off. We're giving the
We're-
butcher a discount.
So but I mean,
No,
so
we're not actually. We're paying for.
so
the
think of it
services.
as a crafting. So if you were the person doing the work, you would only pay for the material, whereas someone who is just buying it is paying for the material and the costs to get it into the state it's in.
Right. Okay. I
We're
just
getting
So no
paid.
one's getting a discount or anything. It is just what they're paying for is two different things.
And we're getting paid for doing the work of getting the meat. So everybody's getting paid what they put into it.
It's all
Okay.
a fair wage.
That guy.
I
Haven't
trust
put
you guys.
anything.
That's fine.
She goes. She kind of picks up her. She goes, We also have that frog stuff back there. I wonder if he might want
I mean,
some of
also,
that
do we
too.
get paid for that?
He probably wants the frog stuff too.
Well, we haven't taken the frog to the butcher yet. We had the in store it first. It doesn't go bad.
Well, they also sold some of it.
That was our payment for storage.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to think without tea.
Yeah. So I say, I mean, we had a good. Let's split. Because tea.
Also, we probably have about 15 minutes before that Clyde dude shows up. Just
that
FYI.
guy. Okay, so how about this? That thing, 50, because we agreed to the butcher. Butcher was really nice to do all this stuff, whatever. 100 or more for the other person. Let's see how well they negotiate. We'll start at 100. And then we do need to stop by the butcher and see if he wants some of this frog meat that we have. And so stop by him first. Thank him for the stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, we have frog meat. Interested? If he isn't, then we also take frog meat over to the other guy and be like, you also come bearing frog meat. Negotiate?
And at
Because
this
we can't do
moment,
anything with it.
a gentleman walks in, Clyde, all happy. He's kind of looking around, walks into the door, and he's kind of looking around a little bit. And
As soon as he walks in, Mew
sees
says,
you.
I need tea. I need tea.
So I'm going to pull the stand up, step in front of Muse, and then just kind of wave towards Clyde so he comes over here instead of gawking like a person. And we'll let him start his morning spiel towards my stone face.
Good morning. Thank you so much for meeting me. Again, my name is Clyde Cinderwater, and I am a washer, and I have this great opportunity. I am trying to becoming a money lender, and I have some investment opportunities that would definitely be able to increase your value just with a few gold down payment. And just goes into this all salesman speech.
We heard it again.
Oh, man, he's
it
quieter
before.
in the morning. I appreciate
And
this.
he recognizes it. He's like, for 1 to 100 gold, we'll be able to offset your investments, definitely doubling it, or possibly, 1.5 times the profit back to you within 6 to 12 months. Like he said, he's got a few different business opportunities that potentially are looking to be able to, and you would be getting shares into those corporations and or investment opportunities.
Do we get to know what the investment opportunities are? Like, not right this second, just in general.
He will give you quarterly updates. He actually comes with a satchel he brings out, and he's got paper, like a formal contract of information of how much you put down, what date it is, what are you looking, what would the potential be investments in, where are the objects and things of that nature.
Muse taps Lazuli on the back. Like just kind of like, and so finally he kind of moves up and she's like, sit.
Have a seat, Clyde.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna go get our tea. Carl!
Yeah. So really it boils down to the conversations of like, how much would you like to invest?
Well, so
Go Go ahead, Violet.
So, I mean, the first day we were here, our income went up 700%, but then since then, it's actually decreased by 670% on our second day, which, that kind of fluctuation is just hard to get my head around. And I'm going to sidle right up next to him while I'm doing this.
Well, I
And
understand.
super interested in everything he's saying.
And he's just going in. Adventuring is a very lucrative and, it's a very fluid particular. But he'd be looking more into investment in companies and business ideas, potential breweries or other investment opportunities, and lending money out and things like that. With interest to be able to bring them back.
What does your portfolio look like already, though?
It's good. It's definitely it's a work in progress, but it's definitely solid.
Is there a company called Good and Solid?
No, not that I'm aware of. Is there another company
So
in
what
town?
do you have? What do you have in your portfolio to make it good and solid, other than words?
Well, I have one backer already, and I've got 4 different possible things at this time.
At what percentage is this backer coming in? 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal?
I've got a
50%.
I got a 50 gold start off from this investor, but I really can't get into details because of
No,
privacy.
I'm just privacy, yes, but you are asking us to let go of our money.
True,
with
but
just words.
we do have information in the contract that it will be you'll make money off this. I guarantee it.
She says, so far I've heard words and I've seen paper, which are good. Very nice words, very beautiful paper, if I should say so.
This is what I've got, and you can take it or leave it. But this is where I'm at right now. So if you're interested in investing, I would love you for you investing in anything from like 10 gold to 20 to even 100 gold. Whatever you would like to invest would be okay.
So Muse, for the first time, like sits up straight. He's been slouching this morning, and she's like she looks at him. She goes, "So let me let you understand something. My money is my life. It's like my life force. And if somebody makes me lose money or plays with my money, it's like you're coming for my life."
I understand.
And I'm not exactly, I've been told in the last couple of days, I'm not friendly. I'm less friendlier if I lose money.
Aspen
No.
started walking down the stairs, heard that, walked back up the stairs.
No. I
And I'm
am
not
a
saying you.
fierce backer. And then she goes, I am a fierce backer if you need that. But like I'm saying, if I need to know that I'm not going to have to burn you, your family, and generations later. So I just need to know that you know that, yes, I can back you. But if you take my money and you run with it, I will hunt you and all your generations down. I will even dig your old people up. I will burn you to the ground for the
you
next
made your point.
100 years.
I understand. I'm not that type of money lender.
Since she's a tiefling, you can see the fire in her eyes just getting stronger. She said, but
And I, at the height of this, give him a quick pat down and see if there's anything in his pocket worth checking out. Since I'm sitting right next to him.
You're going to try to sleight of hand him?
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be contested.
Chaos monkey.
So
Chaos monkey.
this is going to be contested. So because he is one of those types.
He is also right in the middle of
getting
threatened.
Being threatened. Exactly.
You lose me my money.
Oh.
I rolled with disadvantage. I decided because he was being distracted, I would roll with disadvantage.
Do I get to roll with advantage?
There's 3 die there. I'm still not understanding.
Oh, he's the lowest. I rolled 16 with 16 altogether.
Yeah. He rolled a 25 with his disadvantage because he rolled a nat 20 for 26 on the other roll. The first roll was something completely different. It's just the 2d20 plus 6. Because he's pretty, and as you're kind of moving in, he kind of moves slightly. He's like, pardon me, sir. I don't think that's appropriate there.
Lazuli walks back with the tea, hands Muse the tea. Sorry, he's handsy.
Yes,
Don't worry
I can
about
see
it.
that. So, and he kind of stands up at this moment, and he's like, I see that we're, would you like to do our business, or we can conclude it right here?
I will put my claws in him like that was all part of me just helping with the intimidation and driving a point on.
Yeah. Okay, intimidated, yes.
She goes, okay. So I'm not going to entrust you. Well, we are not going to entrust you with all our money, but I will bite a little. I will nibble a little. See what you can do with the little I give you before we do more. Because if this is actually lucrative, I do have connections in Baldur's Gate. They might even want to get into that. And that's way more collateral.
Okay. And you seemed like he was about to walk away, and then he just kind of comes back a little bit, like, okay, what? Like I said, what would you like to start off with? And just let's make it right now. Let's do the paperwork. I've got another meeting I need to go to. So what's the ballpark
And
you got?
she does the steepling hand. She's like, how much can you actually handle
Said
without
up to 100.
disappointment?
Up to 100 per person would be.
Lazuli is past the point of caring. He walks up. He goes. He said
She
100
goes,
at least 6
Yes,
times.
he said 100, but that doesn't mean he can handle my 100. When she looks at him.
So prices. We're just at a number. What would you like?
50.
All right. So we have 50, and he starts getting some paperwork and starts running, and he goes, to you, points at Violet. Are you in? No, yes, no.
What is my returns going to be? What are my projected returns on 50?
Doubled within 6 to 8 months, or 6 to 12 months, possibly more.
Okay. And will I be getting
1.5x
statements?
profit.
Whatever the lady says. I also don't have 60 gold, so
How much would you like to go?
I'm good. I'll see how you do with her.
Oh, okay. Mr. Lazuli?
I'm gonna chip in 10 just because I feel bad.
Okay.
I'll explain to the party why later.
Okay.
50 gold.
Okay. Mist, are you putting any gold into for the lender?
Well, you know what? If Muse believes in you, then then I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, because I trust Muse. She's smart with money, and she hands over 20 gold.
All right. I will confirm with Justin about what he's doing. So Violet, yes?
I'll do 10 gold then.
10 gold? All right. He actually writes up some paperwork, gives you a copy of the paperwork for your documentation, signs it, he gets it, you have all the signing, he takes one copy, he gives you, well, thank you so much for doing business with you. Have a lovely day, and he leaves.
Point of context, I signed my name in Primordial.
Okay.
Just because I can.
Infernal.
Okay.
There's a reason.
No problem.
She means about this curse.
I know.
Use me money.
Mine's because I saw you write yours in Infernal, and I went, well, my native language is Primordial. I'll do that.
Nice. So,
I not really understanding why they're doing it in other languages will sign in thieves can't. Or is thieves can't only spoken?
Yeah, these can't only spoken.
It's
There's-
spoken in hand signs. There's
Yeah.
no written.
There's no
There's
written.
No mish then.
symbols. There's
No mish.
symbols, but
All right, no mish.
Oh, there are symbols. Like if we go
there
on
are
the
symbols.
Skyrim
There are symbols.
interpretation, there's like door etchings, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Okay.
Myth just makes her signature really pretty. It's like all like loopy and frilly and like
It takes half the page.
yeah, it's like
It's like-
massive.
There's like wind currents being drawn
There's
in
like
there and
A little
stuff.
hidden
There's a
part in there
skyline.
somewhere. Yep. Mhm.
There's a whole skyline.
Yep.
So as the day, we're gonna expedite a little bit. So you get your morning, you have breakfast, you head off to the butcher.
The butcher.
You
Yep.
find out the butcher's like pays you 50 gold for
Yep.
the displacer meat, and he
Yes.
says
Oyster.
he'll take the frog meat for off your hands for 15 gold.
I mean, they are just giant frogs, Muse.
No. She's trying to think. So if we split it, will he take the whole thing for 15, or we can just give him some and then try to sell some
You
at
take
the other
all of
place?
it for 15.
Oh,
all the
okay,
frogs.
well, that's fine.
Well, we should
That's
just do we want to go talk to the other guy and then come back maybe?
That's they're just
That's a
frogs.
lot of-
Like I get they're giant, but they're just frogs.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to help Mist make or Muse make more money.
She goes, yeah, if we need more, there's plenty of them out there. So she goes,
Yeah.
here you go.
One of them was a flying frog, though.
That was I'm gonna
Oh,
explain on the way.
sure.
Yep.
So 15 and 50, I guess,
50.
split amongst all of us.
Six
And
to
then-
five divided by 5.
On your way to, you then go to Primwater's place, which is a
Yeah.
nice, wonderful home located down here. I believe it's number 9 on your map. I have to
13 gold pieces.
gonna double check real quick to make sure that that is his home. And no, 16. I'm sorry, he's on the other side. So he has a very nice mansion right on the river or the ocean. He's got a dock out there,
Yeah.
balconies everywhere. And as you come in, you kind of are moved over to the side. And there's a gnome, a proper gnome, kind of getting organized. He seems to be the cook, the butler, the servant, or the assistant, and the person in charge, the head. And he eventually, this gnome, very properly dressed, bow ties, and he, as you kind of like, you must, hello, welcome. My name is Feliza, and I am the assistant to Lord Mr. Primwater. And I understand you came into recent contact with a displacer beast. Is that you are the group, correct?
Yep.
Excellent. I understand. from the-
Legends Adventuring Guild, just so you have a
Oh,
name.
I will make note of that. Legends Adventures. I understand that you have some available meat at the butcher, and I would like to purchase that from you. We're having a party, and we've been putting out flyers for exotic meats and things, and this definitely will make the party unique. Would you be willing to sell?
What's your starting bid?
Oh, well, I'll just put you. This is the bid. This is it. Take it. We're looking at 100 gold. Additionally, your presence at the party, including, well, a swapping spree. We'll get you all doved up for the party to come tonight or tomorrow.
Mist just starts kind of like tugging on Muse and going, I want to go to the party. I want to go to the party. I want to buy clothes. I want to buy clothes.
I'm
Oh, no. You don't buy the clothes. The clothes will be provided for you in
Provided.
addition. This you'll
Yeah.
get a shopping spree with our tailors and seamstresses and salons to be made for the party to have fun as part of your payment, including indulging into what we make for the party. And you get to keep the
Muse.
clothes when they're done.
Okay, that was what's going to be a question. Like, is this a
Clearly,
rental
I
property?
understand this process. No, you will not need to return the clothes. They are yours.
So Muse looks at everybody else. Everybody's probably looking at her. She goes, she goes,
Lazuli's wondering if there's going to be a socially awkward corner that he can sit in the entire time.
she goes, do you, can we discuss this for a quick second?
Oh.
Just to make sure that we're all on the same page.
My time is limited, but 5 minutes.
It's going to be a quick second. Just literally a quick second.
Please, no problem. And as you turn, he kind of turns away and starts talking to someone else and starts jotting some notes and giving somebody else that kind of walked by from the back to a little bit more instruction.
So probably more than likely Mist is still there, like party. And she's like, okay.
I'm okay with going. I'm going to pick a corner. We have already dealt with too many people for my liking today, but I will do whatever works to get us paid.
Okay. So you will be in a corner. Castron will probably be in some deep, dark corner.
Probably the opposite corner.
Right. Violet
Yeah, I
is
think.
up for partying.
Yeah. I suspect this is a different party than I'm used to, but also our income has dropped off substantially since day one. So I feel like networking with presumably other fancy people will lead to better opportunities.
You see her squint at Violet for a second, and she goes, fascinating.
Sounds like I want to go to a
fascinating.
Violet party more than this.
I really want to know, you turn British, I really want to know what kind of parties you be having, but Violet, but I know not to ask at this moment. I already know how you feel, Miss. Okay. 100.
We'll get Castron involved. It'll be fun.
A lot of fermented milk.
Yeah. So I am gonna take the 100. You know it's killing me deep down inside my no heart.
It's double what we were already making off of it.
I know, but the reason I'm taking this is do not mess up your clothes. You might be able to resell that stuff. Just saying. We're getting it for free. He seems posh.
Just go answer the man. We'll figure it out later.
And so she turns around, she goes, we would love to take your offer.
Excellent, excellent. He goes into his pocket and pulls out a small bag and hands it to you. This is your additional payment. And then pulls out a piece of paper, scribbles, and hands you this piece of paper. The tailor is located there in the salon that you will be able to go to get dolled up, fancied up. Enjoy. It is being purchased, but these are the only tailors and seamstresses you should go to. They will be waiting for you this afternoon so that you can get ready.
She goes, well, thank you. And you notice that the twang disappeared. She's like, well, thank you. It's good doing business with you. And if you ever need more meats of exotic fare, or if we find any, would you want us to come over and let you know, or would the butcher let you know for us?
If you, the butcher would definitely let us know on that.
Okay.
Like I said,
yes, because we are in business with the butcher, and so just want him to know that you are also in business with us.
Oh, very much so. Excellent. Well, I have no doubt that Mr. Lord Firewater will be eager to meet you this evening, as well as all the other distinguished guests that come to these soirees. So we look forward to.
And so she puts her hands out and she goes, "It is wonderful doing business with you."
As you.
And I look forward to our lucrative workings together, and we look forward to the party too.
Excellent.
I'll
Enjoy.
just hand this off to someone. because I thought we were bringing the meat, so I just have a bag of.
Oh,
Here it is.
the meat.
The
Oh,
meat.
well, thank you. And he kind of snaps, and someone kind of comes out and grabs the meat. And
Thank you.
excellent.
There you
Oh,
go.
excellent, excellent. I'm looking forward to cooking this up. I've got some definitely ideas for this. Tonight's feast will be magnificent. I look forward to you sampling my menu.
Yes. Would love to sample it.
Excellent.
Maybe you might even try to export some of it to Baldur's Gate. If it's really good, we might sell some of it at my store.
Oh,
We will talk business. We will talk business.
definitely. Yes, I think we will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a-
You're welcome.
And as
You
he
have a
moves-
pleasant live.
You too. And as he turns around, he kind of goes back in and getting some organizing. You can tell there's people getting things ready for the party tonight and stuff like that. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, as the next session of shopping spree and dress shopping and tuck shopping or glamour shopping shall be commenced. Thank you for joining us again. I am Jay Neofet3. Find me on the socials, but we're gonna go around, say hi. Please, who you are, plug what you're doing, and go from there. We're gonna start with Crucian.
Heyo, I'm Crucian Gale. I can be found everywhere as Crucian Gale or J Complex. I have a few things coming up. Took a little break, but I have things coming up. I will be doing a few charity shows as a player. In February, I have Chaotic Tiefling. We're doing.
Nice.
I'll be part of that, and there are other things in the work.
Ooh.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get chosen to do them. And as always, on Thursdays, you can find me with the other pirate ladies on the high seas for Sea of Thieves on Talon and Claw, as we hit the high seas as the best and most fabulous pirate company ever. And of course, you can find me here on every other Tuesday. So and that's all for me.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Daniel, Hadrian X, what about you?
I'm Hadrian X on Discord. Hadrian_X on, what are we on? Twitch. And I play here, and on Shadowport Adventures whenever we're back at that, which is, I think, still another week or so off. Or
Probably February.
a few weeks. Okay. Yeah, and that's me.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I'm busy also Googling Tabaxi fancy Google image search right now. So
oh yes. So 3rd level too. So ooh. Braden.
Real quick, can you tell that none of us have done outros in like a month?
Yeah.
Because holidays.
Mhm.
But anyways, hi, I'm Brandon, aka Ashenworks. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Ashenworks, one word, except on Twitter where it's Ashen_works. I write tabletop content. Right now it's a lot of D&D. Go to my blog, ashenworks.com, or you can go to DM's Guild. I dropped an adventure in December called Case of the Wayward Finale. Essentially, Doctor Who your party into a small but very large library, get them lost, make them find things that they forgot they lost, and they fight a bunch of monsters like a
Ooh.
book guardian, which is basically a shield guardian but made of books.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of fun other stuff, including multiple adventure hooks, magic items, and more. So check that out on DM's Guild. Also, tomorrow's my birthday, so all the stuff on DM's Guild is going to be 26% off because I'll turn 26. And we're doing a stream on Huntsman's Hydra. We're playing Magic the Gathering. And then also, when I'm not here, you can find me on my channel. And then on Fridays, I do date night with my partner, Mischievous Red. And then every other Saturday, which includes this upcoming Saturday, I'm bringing back Ashen Workshop on Huntsman's Hydra, where I do tabletop design, writing, chatting, whatever. This week we're doing downtime activities. I'm basically taking what's in Xanathar's and turning it into Blades in the Dark style clocks, minimal work on the player and the GM, et cetera, et cetera. So check
Nice.
that out.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Stin, what do you got for us?
Oh boy, I too am most definitely not searching the internet for fancy clothes now. The best part of D&D is the shopping episodes. Aesir Sin, you can find me on the Twitches on Aesir Sin. You can follow me on the Twitter at Aesir Sin. But I really only check Twitter like every 2 weeks. So basically what happens is that I go in and I like everybody else's posts and share a bunch of stuff that's kind of out of date and then don't check it again for like a week or two. But it's kind of a thing. Yeah, I just run my game on Sundays, usually in the morning, so occasionally in the evenings. We hit our 2-year mark, which was outstanding. We had our first character retire because he got his happy ending. He actually was able to get a happy ending. Jay, not like that. You make it dirty.
I didn't go there.
You did. He got his
he
wife
did.
and his daughter back. He had gone through some stuff, and his wife and child, he was able to save them, and so he's going to go off into the sunset.
So essentially, yes, he did probably at some point get one of those.
He got a happy ending, and then he's going off
happy
into
ending.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh.
You love us. You love us.
I do. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Otherwise, you can find me here. You can also find me once a month over on Jarl DM for a amazing Iskloft game. We're doing it on the last Monday of the month this month instead of the first. You can also find me on the YouTubes over on Erasmus Expedition, where I play a eloquence bard, and it's very political, kind of not like boring politics, but it's like that whole idea of like a Three Musketeers, like love, society, politics. It's very, very fun feeling to it. I'm trying to think where else I'm at. And that's all that I can think of at this point. So yeah, lots of fun. So check me out.
Please do, everyone. Everyone, I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3 on the socials, all around. I'll be lurking in many of the Twitter games because I just like to watch, and there's so many amazing people out there, so you might see my name out there. I am also on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday is Saltmarsh Legends, which is the twin game, or fraternal twin sometimes referred to. And we have some amazing players at that game, and that is set in the city of Saltmarsh, 150 years. So again, some of this stuff that's happening here could affect there. Some of it, so there's a lot of some good connections. That spoilers that we're doing. So and on Sundays generally is Shadowport Adventures, Star Wars. We're on hiatus until February. We're going to be looking at when that's going to be coming up again. I also GM Star Wars and different things that have been going on. February, I might have some charity events, but still in the works. So, and another project kind of in the works. I am also putting together Star Wars Edge of the Empire Slug Games, which is basically Squid Game's Hut version. And I'm putting that together, and hopefully that's been moved back. So instead of we're going to stream it this month, we're going to be moving it back in March. So look for that 3-shot of some interesting games, some fun shenanigan games. So that's us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. And I've started a tagline, so we'll see how long this lasts, but make sure that you are kind and not a jerk. Don't be a jerk. So thank you, everyone. Take care and have a good... Oh, who are we rating anyone? We're going to rate anyone tonight.
Amphitheater is still on for the Red
Amphitheater?
Wall
game.
game.
We're going to rate Amphitheater.
On it.
Definitely.
Maybe. I don't know if I can raid.
All right, nope, I got it. So we're going to start our raid in just a few seconds. And with that, we are going to say good night, take care, and goodbye.